At last, I have returned to my apartment. I can finally speak out loud without looking over my shoulder. Another day has passed at Versailles, a place where every hour is accounted for and every moment is observed under a magnifying glass. My work at Versailles is quite simple. Be always alert. I attend the king's reasons when invited. Observe those who are included and excluded. At court, attendance is not optional. Being absent has consequence. Being near His Majesty, even as a fly on the wall, is to exist socially and politically. Therefore, my role is to be present, maintain the dignity of my rank as a Duke of France, and to maintain status that has been set by those before me. Many wish to be able to be here in Versailles, but you know what they say. Be careful what you wish for, because you might get it. Apartments are granted according to rank, which is a revolving door. The mirrors, the marble, the endless corridors are so grand they impress any visitor. But for those who live here, they remind us we're always visible. This morning, I dined with other after attending Mass. The kings eat publicly on occasions, transforming a simple meal into a ceremony. The room overflowed with food, meats, sauces, seasonal fruit. You'd think one would be sitting enjoying their meal in peace, but no. Meals are more about the logistic rather than eating. Who stands, who sits, who serves. This is what matters. I keep conversation to a minimum was worth travel fast in Versailles. What keeping me here is my family, my wife, because she's wise and keep me grounded. She understands the importance of keeping favors and reputation at my rank. Maria is less about love and more about strategies. The onion of a house, interest, and expectations. I constantly think about the future of my children's, for inheritance here is not secure unless honor is kept. One wrong move, a core, and it might cost you your families and the future generation future. As for the king, he governs not only my commands, but through presence. His discipline is admirable. His faithfulness keep order to those who surrounded him. He rise, attend mass, conduct business, dines, and sleep with regularity that shapes Versailles. Yet I cannot ignore what I have noticed. Authorities here is based on favor rather than birthright. Those born into prestigious families now compete with nobodies. I am not saying that others do not deserve to be here, but I fear that those who rose to rank cause an imbalance. Rank is constructed over generations, and when outsiders are let in, it causes a disability to monarchy. Social life here is a game of chess. You're constantly guessing all their next move and overthinking yours. A smile behind rivalry and praise to your face might be followed with criticism behind your back. Today in the gallery, I observed two courtiers exchange courtesies whose politeness hid their competition. This happened often. Versailles physically brings nobility together and mentally pulls us apart. It forces us to be ambitious and keep us under the king's control. And yet, I can't pretend I don't enjoy my time here. The ceremonies, the order, the proximity to the king, our traditions. I was born into and respect. This life shows other countries that France is in order and united. To it comes to a cost. We trade independence for status. We give up control for praise. Now, as the sun sets and the candles burn low, I reflect upon my day. I have spoken little and observed much. Tomorrow, I will repeat my day. Life in Versailles is a balancing act where one fights to be seen without speaking and remains composed to maintain favors with the king. My name is Henry Thomas. I'm a carpenter of the third state. A typical day for me is to rise before dawn. It might seem early, but my wife is awake before me, kneading what little flour we have left to make bread. My hands are stiff, injured from yesterday's work. This week, I'm working at a merchant's warehouse, repairing beams, wood beams, the support tray I cannot afford to be part of myself. I thought, no, I would say it out loud. France is broken out into three states. The clergy who praise the nobility who rules, and everyone else who does everything, it seems. I crossed through town on my way home today. A pamphlet was being passed out by a priest named Emmanuel Joseph C. of Jos. The pamphlet raised the question, what is the third state? The response, according to C. Jos, everything. What has it been until now in the political order? Nothing. What does it want? To become something. When I read those words, I feel something. I felt seen and understood. I thought to myself, I pay taxes on my earnings. I repair the roof on churches, and I repair the doors for noblemen. Yet, in the affairs of France, I have no say. It is rumored the third state is now drafting a Declaration of Rights belonging to all men, no matter the social class, liberty, equality, and freedom of expression. These words are life changing, but among others, men argue about what the words mean. Some believe the language will destroy order, while others feel the right needs to be logical versus grand phrases. I might not know much about philosophy, but I do understand the value of my trade and the price of bread. So, if the nation depends on my labor and my taxes, then I deserve a voice. The state general has met, and now the third state calls itself the National Assembly. The word around town is that the debates are heated. No our nobles are resisting change, but many fear they will lose privilege. Some nobles stand with us, others hesitant to change. With the way the economy is going, change is what should be considered for the sake of the future of France. My children ask me why bread costs more than before. I lie and tell them the harvest has been bad. I don't know. tell them that the system feels broken. I cannot stop thinking of Xi'an's words. If I am everything, the perhaps France is more than just the king, the clergy, and the nobles. France is all of us together. Tomorrow, I will wake up before dawn again. I will continue in my work and the beans for a business that is on my own. Tonight, I will pray that change might come and that my voice will one day be heard. My name is Benjamin, born into a poor working class family in County Turan. I am surrounded by smoke from the cotton mills and coal burning chimneys that dominate my town. My family has little money. My father works with his hand, and my mother takes care of the home. Food is scarce. Our typical meals consist of bread and butter when we can afford it. Stews are composed of vegetables and meat fat. Tea is a luxury. The only way I can help is to work. So I quit school 2 years ago. I was 10. There were laws saying boys shouldn't work too young. But my hunger was louder than my desire to learn. The new laws were meant to help us, but even after the rules changed, children like me were still neat at the mine. Machinery didn't replace us, it worked with us. It's the same story for many of us young children working today. I am a breaker boy at one of the local mines. My role is to separate the good coal from the waste. As the coal slides down the chute, I pick out pieces of slate, rock, and any other debris that shouldn't be there. I learn my numbers by counting wagon of charcoals, no by chalk on slate. The mines machines are loud, so I hardly have time to think. I guess the loudness helped me stay focused as I must move fast. I work 10 to 12 hours each day on my bare feet. My shift begins before light and then after dark. Some days I see the sun only on Sundays. By the end of the day, I'm covered in black. The days are long and the pay is small, but every shilling counts. Inside the mine and in our homes, the other folks talk politics, living wage, fair work, and dignity. Boy like me, listen to unionists because the mines and factories are always demanding more than a board can give. Maybe one day when I'm older, I will join a union as I believe think should change for the sake of future generations. Tonight, my stomach is full and I'm grateful. But I hope that one day I can be a child again, free from the worry of my next meal. A child that doesn't carry the breadwinner's responsibility. I dream that one day I will return to school and that one day childhood will mean more than work.